It's my favourite event in golf. I mean, I don't get to be a part of the Ryder Cup, being born where I was, but it's fortunate that we get the President's Cup. It's just so unique for us. It's like we're individual sportsmen and we have been our whole life, but to get together with all our peers and sort of in a high pressure environment, it's always the best. And Montreal was very enjoyable. We had a couple of our boys who sort of put on a bit of a show, and the fist pumps and all the screaming, and the bus rides out to the course, and sort of just the atmosphere in the team room, and playing for someone else, I think, is really unique for us, and I think it just makes for something really special.
It's just awesome to play as a team and to represent your nation, and it's a great hang for the guys too. You know, they love competing against each other, but the week they get together to compete as a team, I mean, the whole dynamic changes. You get to know the guys really a lot differently. Maybe better, but definitely you know them differently. And I think that's one of the great takeaways from all these team events.
We all leave. The Sunday night, the international team has a reasonably sized party at the end. And everyone was already looking forward to this. I mean, talking about the week we just had and looking forward to 26. Obviously, Medina number 3 is a pretty historic venue. Chicago's it's a big sports town, maybe slightly golf-starved town too. So I think there'll be an appetite to come out and go crazy. I mean, the Ryder Cup here in 12 was a big event. So yeah, everyone's really excited. Historic, big golf course, great town, and yeah, every time we have that week, we just wish we get to do it more often because we love it so much. So everyone's pretty excited.
The international team now has a nucleus of players that you're going to see time in and time out. And Americans always seem to have different players. You think, oh, we have our nucleus for the American side, and 6 years later, it's all different players. But you know, maybe the internationals can pull it off. There'll always be pressure on the next American captain not to lose it, not to be the guy that loses.
And Medina number 3 is always been known as a championship venue, and even if with the President's Cup, there's always going to be big time tournaments here. They're very aspirational. They want to hold US Opens and PGAs and President's Cups and Ryder Cups. I mean, so that's always in mind, that the best of the best are going to come play here, and we have to sort of challenge them and create a great sort of arrange the course in a way that works for the members, but it also works when the best golfers in the world come to town. So it's kind of a blend between restoration and renovation, I guess. There's quite a lot of renovation out there, but there's a few aspects that sort of hint back to the sort of really early days of Medina. It's sort of a course that's been changed a lot over the years. Like, we were surprised at some of the photos from early 30s and 40s, is like how different it looked and how some of the holes were in really different places than they were before we did the renovation. So there was an element of restoration, but it was majority renovation. So yeah, we went back through the archives and tried to see all the good stuff that had been here before, that had been changed so much over the years, and we sort of, in the spirit of that, we came up with our plan,
Medina is just a giant, hard golf course. It's exhausting when you're finished. It's kind of hilly, and the fairways are you know, they're just narrow enough, and the rough's just deep enough. I think every time I left Medina, even a fun round, I was tired. It's a big course. Most of my best memories are right here at Medina. I played a couple majors here, broadcast the Ryder Cup here in 2012 a little bit. You know, it was just something about this area. I've played a lot of other courses in Chicago for sure, but there's something about Medina that just draws me back all the time. It's the one I'm most familiar with.
They're such an amazing club, and it's such a great group of people that were really they knew what they wanted to do. They've hosted us so well through this period, and they've been an amazing club to work for. So to sort of be able to carry on that relationship and continue into something like the President's Cup is just incredible. You couldn't have asked for anything more, really.